This morning on DC News Now, a violent night in the district. A man is dead and 4 others injured after 3 separate shootings last night.
It was just a lot of gunshots, 15 shots.
We're hearing from neighbors who are fed up with the violence. Tensions rising.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
Lawmakers are reacting after protesters clashed with police Wednesday as calls for a ceasefire in Gaza grow louder. And a warm end to the week. We're tracking a slight chance for showers before cooling off just in time for Thanksgiving week. Plus, protecting your packages, how you can make sure your holiday gifts get under the tree this season. And special delivery. We're tracking the Capitol Christmas tree as it makes its way to Capitol Hill this morning.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock right now on a Friday morning, starting off with a live look outside. Not a bad start to the day, but we could see some rain later this evening. But we do want to say thanks for starting your Friday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning, Jim. Corey, James, Shanika, she's tracking the roads for you this morning. We're going to check in with her in just a moment. But Brittany, she's in for meteorologist Jackie Lair. And tonight I was talking about that rain that probably will cool us down, too.
Yeah, you know, we have a system that's going to be moving through late tonight and then heading into the weekend. We are tracking a cool down. So I know you said you wanted the cooler weather. You have to wait 24 hours at least. Corey, here's a live look there at satellite and radar, kind of showing you what's been going on the last couple of hours across the DMV. Clouds have already started to roll their way in. This will be the trend as we head through the rest of your afternoon, and then zooming satellite and radar out, showing you the wider view. Here's that cold front that is off to the west. That will be approaching as we head into the evening hours, bringing us some light sprinkles. And then behind that, we are tracking some cooler conditions as we head into the weekend. So definitely keep it here. I'll time out these showers for you guys in a few. Shanika?
All right, thank you, Brittany. Good morning. You are at the top of the 6 o'clock hour, still running very smooth out there. Here's Maryland, BW Parkway, north and southbound, right near 202. If you're traveling to Baltimore, BWI Airport, you're looking good. You're running on time. If you're traveling to the district, same thing, no problems. You're going to DCA or even Dulles, no issues at this hour. So top side, lower side, excuse me, it's looking pretty good. And in the district, you can see everything is pretty much clear, but DC 295, of course, it's starting to slow down, heading south.
Thank you, Shanika. Developing now, 1 man is dead, 4 others injured after a violent night of shootings in the district.
Yeah, the shootings happened in different areas of the city, all within a span of 5 hours. DC News Now, Joseph Akile is live this morning at police headquarters with what we know and some reaction from neighbors who are concerned, Tosin.
Yeah, they're very concerned, Corey. Good morning. One neighbor tells us she heard more than 15 shots at one of those shootings on a street in Northwest D.C. And that shooting happened in an area that people say sees quite a bit of crime. The first shooting happened in Northeast D.C. Police say 1 man died at an Exxon on New York Avenue near Bladensburg Road. The shooting happened at about 5:45 p.m. Police believe the shooter drove off in a dark-colored Astro van with a different color sliding door. The car was last seen driving up New York Avenue towards the McDonald's. The second shooting happened at about 9 p.m. in the back parking lot of the Tyler House on North Capitol Street Northwest near M Street. Investigators say 3 men were shot and were found conscious and breathing. One woman who lives near the building says security at that property has been on the decline for years.
What I need to see is better security here at this property. We don't have 100% SPOs here. We have concierge, so they can't really secure us. A lot of tenants here say that they don't feel safe here, but they have nowhere else to go.
No word yet on an arrest in these shootings. And the last shooting last night happened at about 10 p.m. on Yuma Street Southeast. Police say the person was shot in the stomach and was taken to the hospital. Now, with the recent string of crime happening, including what happened last night, one neighborhood commissioner says external help needs to come to the district to help fight the lawlessness. Coming up in the next half hour, you'll hear exactly what kind of help she's calling for. But for now, we're live outside police headquarters. I'm Joseph Akile for DC News Now. Back to you.
All right, Tosin, thank you. Time right now was 6:04. A former Pentagon officer is heading to prison for 25 years for a shooting that happened 2 years ago. Officials say David Dixon was off duty when he saw people breaking into a car in Tacoma Park. They say he confronted them before firing shots, killing 2 people inside that car. The man who was driving the car and one of the victim's family members spoke at the sentencing.
Do 25 years and get out and enjoy his life. My cousin can't come back. They're in a casket 6 feet deep.
We just still have to cope with the pain and just try to get through life and doing it while they're not here.
Dixon is not eligible for parole for the first half of his sentence. Protesters continue to challenge lawmakers for a ceasefire in Gaza.
This comes a day after police and protesters clashed at a rally outside of the Democratic National Committee headquarters. Cameras were rolling when protesters interrupted California Representative Bradley Sherman during an interview.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Do I need to ask the Capitol Police for protection, or will you leave me alone?
Anytime you cross the line and you get into violent conduct, I think that's a line that's a bridge too far.
We have not seen evidence of violence by protesters. What we have seen is plenty of evidence of violence by police.
Officials say officers were injured in Wednesday night's protest. They say one person was arrested.
And Gaza is facing a potential long-term communication blackout. Internet and phone services were cut off yesterday because of a lack of fuel in the country. This all comes as Israel says its attack on Hamas could move towards southern Gaza, where most of the population is currently sheltering. Israeli troops also continue to search Gaza's largest hospital for a central Hamas command center.
We found a vehicle filled with ammunition, RPGs, AK-47s. This is where they choose to hide everything because they know the IDF won't attack. The Air Force won't attack here.
Hospital staffers and members of Hamas deny the existence of a command center in the hospital.
And happening now, Virginia is in need of more lawyers. That is according to a new report from the Virginia criminal justice system. The report says the Commonwealth is in need of both prosecutors and public defenders. It cites that low pay is the main reason for the shortage. It also says a large amount of electronic evidence in cases mean that it is taking attorneys more time to work each case. Now, one legal analyst that we spoke with says this has an impact on everyone.
If you don't have enough people to spend the proper amount of time looking at each case, then justice isn't going to be done in some of those cases because they'll have to deal away or plea bargain away cases that maybe should have been tried.
The report also found court-appointed attorneys and public defenders provide just as effective counsel as private ones. All right, a new study from the Urban Institute shows that about 1 in 10 people here in D.C. do not have stable housing.
Yeah, housing insecurity can mean many things. That includes not being able to afford rent, frequent and unwanted moves, or living in unsafe conditions. According to the Urban Institute study, housing insecurity disproportionately affects people of color. It also heavily impacts people in Ward 7 and 8, which is east of the Anacostia River. Researchers recommend D.C. offer more rental assistance programs. They also recommend services like landlord-tenant mediation and housing counseling to reduce eviction rates.
And Prince George's Community College is helping thousands of students with free tuition. It comes with a grant from MGM at the National Harbor. It is for students that live within a 6-mile radius of the MGM that covers Ward 8 and part of Ward 7.
Whether it's a college degree or certification or credential, we need to remove those barriers.
Proud of the policymakers for holding people accountable to do this for us. It was an amazing feeling. I can feel good and not be stressed out about wanting to leave a legacy.
Now, those scholarships will be given out on a first-come, first-served basis. For more information, make sure you visit our website, dcnewsnow.com. All right, well, check this out. That right there is the Capitol Christmas tree rolling into D.C. earlier this morning. Look how big it is. It is huge, and I bet lots of people are going to be very, very excited to get out there and see it.
Yeah, and only a tree could get a police escort there?
Seriously.
It traveled, though, about 230 miles from the Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. DC News Now's Lex Warich, though, is live at the Capitol this morning. And Lex, that tree had arrived, within the hour? And as you said, 30 minutes ago, it is huge.
Right, it's huge, and let me tell you guys, it smells like Christmas out here. I walked up to it and sniffed a branch, but you can smell it even if you're standing right here, just like that fresh Christmas tree scent that everybody wants in their living rooms this time of year. Now, I'm standing here with Tina White with the Forest Service. Tina, you've been with this tree, working with the Forest Service. This is the first time that you guys have been selected to provide the tree since the 70s. What does that mean for you guys?
Oh, we're very proud. It was in 1976 when the tree came from Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. So it's been a little while, so we're happy to be able to provide the 2023 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree again. And it's been a fun tour, and we're happy to finally be here in Washington, D.C.
Right, and speaking of, with all of that time, I'm sure there was some pressure on making sure you chose the perfect tree. Can you talk to me about how you settled on this one? And we've been talking about how big it is. Can you give us some stats on that as well?
Sure. This is a beautiful 63-foot Norway spruce from West Virginia. Came from Randolph County in Monongahela National Forest. And actually, it's a tough choice to make because we had to present several different beautiful trees for the architect of the Capitol to select. And so he came to visit, selected this beautiful tree, and about 8,000-pound tree that we're happy to provide here for everyone to see at the U.S. Capitol.
With it being that large, how difficult is it to, once it's on its side right now, get it back up? I'm sure you got to use some heavy machinery for that.
Yes, we had to use cranes once we harvested the tree, but also they'll be using cranes at the U.S. Capitol to get it over the fence and on the west lawn. But this was just a beautiful tree and harvested the old traditional way. We're using a cross-cut saw, so it's a pretty neat technique that we were able to get this tree down and bring it here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with me today and talking with us. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to be talking to the driver who was with this tree as it made all of the stops around West Virginia. Tina here was with the tree as well, and just earlier said she's a tree groupie, if you will, having lots of people just like her that had gone on this tour with the tree. So we'll be talking about that coming up in just a little bit. For now, live at the Capitol, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.